Stock market recap. Today is Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. So we got a nice bounce back day today. Obviously with the ceasefire with Iran and Israel. At first, it didn't look like it may happen, but then it did. And so with that truce for now, stocks recovered after, kind of a mixed day. We know that the market was in fear first thing Monday morning where it sold off, and then a lot of the stocks actually recovered. So it held up better. And I've told you guys before with war, right? These usually are blips on the radar on the charts. Okay, eventually the dips get bought with them unless it goes nuclear, obviously. So let's hope it doesn't go that route, that this will be the end. Something tells me it's not, okay? But for now, that's why stocks bounce nicely, especially after the dip yesterday with some stocks. So here are the stocks we played today that we did well on. I know a lot of you guys followed me here. So number one, let's start with Big Bear AI. You guys know I mentioned this several times. This one was a alert to members. That's why I become a member, guys. So Big Bear AI said buy under $4 a share, and we popped big today. Last time we got a green candle this tall, it made, that's when it went up to like $10 a share. So we'll see if this can continue momentum, because other times it's been a pop and drop type of stock. So that's why I did say I did raise my stop limit, okay, because I don't get greedy. We don't know what's going to happen day by day, right, with the headline news. So short-term account, I trimmed, raised my stop limit, okay? So that one right now is at $5.20. So let's see if it can hold that $5 level. But the $4.60 level, if it ever pulls back around there, that would be a time where you could try to enter, play that dip and play it back up, all right? So watch that level. I don't know if I hope it doesn't go back down there, but that was, the peak early in the morning, and then it ripped through that. So maybe that would serve as support now. You never know. So, but anyways, Big Bear AI, strong AI and military. People are catching on. I think there's a little bit of a short squeeze that happened today too. Hopefully that can continue because it does have high short interest, okay? And so next one on the list is Circle. So this one, CRCL. I didn't talk a lot about this one. I did play it individually. It was kind of a falling knife today, okay? But this one I just played from 227 to 232, quick play. But this one you had to time it, be really good with your RSI, with your entry points, because you never know how low this can go with how high it went, right? So you have to be careful. But now that it's oversold and it's at like $217 a share, remember this hit a high of 298. You never know if this will, because it's the only stable coin stock, there's a lot of, it's hot right now still, even though there was a big sell-off. Obviously, there's going to be profit taking at some point. So I want to watch this one closely, and only if I see some good buying volume come in will I, play this one tomorrow. So keep that in mind. I did see 206 on the chart. That was where it flashed down. It did like a liquidity grab before ripping higher again. So remember, if you see if you see a red bar on the chart and it has a long tail at the bottom, also known as a wick, and then you see the next candle, a big, tall, green volume bar that encompasses that red one, that shows you a liquidity grab where people are getting stopped out at their stop losses. That's what that tail is. Tail is like rejection. Okay, so it's taking those stop losses and then ripping it higher from there. So when you see that green bar go higher than the red bar, then that's a good sign that the stock's going to have some momentum and go higher, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's bullish. That's where you can get some good gains playing the momentum, on that quick trade. But Circle, will watch that one tomorrow. I didn't put that one out as a buy recommendation. Okay, the next one I did, SBET, which you guys know is Sharp Link Gaming. I put some videos out today explaining a little bit more about this company and why I like it. But this one was actually my biggest winner today. I played it buying it was like the 970s first thing this morning. And then I played it up to 1040, 1050. The high hit was like $10.60. And then it came all the way back down. And I'm glad I actually sold out up there, because this is a wild one. Sold out, came back down. I bought in the 950s and played it up to $10, okay? So twice, and I played with a lot of money on those two. So those are my biggest winners of the day. And then also, the other one was late in the day that I saw that Air Mobility, hold on, I'm saying it wrong. Surf Air Mobility, right? Palantir buying over 1 million shares, right, of this company. The stock, even though it was up 70-something%, I bought this. It was $3.39. And after I put out the video, I looked back at the chart, and this thing had already ripped, and it went back over $4. It hit $4.50. I was able to sell 430, 440. Remember, don't worry about exactly getting the top, guys. When you get those nice rips, take something off the table, raise your stop limit at least, or just get out of the way altogether. Remember, there will always be another trade. Just remember that. So don't worry if you don't get all of it, right? And with today, headline news, driven, we don't know what's going to happen day to day, right? And so I don't like to get greedy. So keep getting those wins, guys. Train yourself, right, to stay disciplined. And like I said, you either sell it all, move on to the next trade, or you can sell, trim, and raise your stop limit. It's just, your personal preference, how much you like that stock. And obviously, if you like the stock, then you don't want to sell it all right away. That makes sense. That's why you trim and raise your stop limit. And the stop limit, you give it some space between where the price is and your stop limit. So in case it wants to go higher, you can capture more of that move up. But either way, you still get a win if it does roll back over, okay? So keep using those, guys. I'm telling you, keep using RSI. It's going to get you good entry points. It's going to help you avoid FOMO and chasing, because we all feel that excitement when a stock's ripping higher, and you can quickly click buy without really thinking about, okay, where is RSI? Is it overbought? And a lot of times, right after it is ripping higher, it is overbought. So remember, 70 or higher is overbought, and 30 or less is oversold. So we want to be buying stocks ideally closer to oversold. And I like to use the 5-minute time frame ideally, okay, with day trades and in and out trades even, because it just slows things down a little bit more versus using the 1-minute chart. I've mentioned this before with RSI. So I like the 5-minute time frame, 1 day, 5-minute, okay? And so that will allow us, if we're buying when RSI is under 40 at least, closer to 30 ideally, and then we play it back up to closer to overbought, which is close to 70 RSI. You keep doing that, you're going to keep getting wins, and you just move on to the next one, rinse and repeat, guys. And the nice thing is you can be done with your trades quickly for the day and go enjoy yourself. You don't have to, be trading all day long. We've talked about really the first hour. I mean, if you want to do the first 2 hours, that's fine. But really the first hour of trading is all you need to do, where, the volume's pretty solid because of retail traders. That's when they like to do their business, and then you can get away and enjoy your day, right? So try not to overtrade. Keep your watch list simple if you can, of ones you like, okay? And obviously what you like and understand the most, right? Though, especially the ones you're holding long, right? You want to know what you own. And obviously if you're in a stock and lose money on it, you don't like the company, then that's even worse, right? So it's better when we have play companies, whether it's short-term trading or long-term investing, that we actually like, right? But anyways, so that was another one. So that was Surf Air Mobility, Big Bear AI, SBET, and then Circle, like I said, and then Tesla I wanted to talk about quick here as well. So Tesla had a great day yesterday, but then today it fell. The key level to watch on that one, if you're interested in Tesla, is 332. So that was what was serving as resistance before, and then we broke out of that nicely yesterday. And so it's possible Tesla can come back down and retest somewhere around there. So that's a level to watch if you're interested in Tesla, okay? Anyways, guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.